Greetings. Greetings. It's been a while. We're under quarantine. It's quarantine time. There's sounds coming from areas that I don't know what they are. It's people outside. Greetings, humans. It's been a while. We're under quarantine. Everything is terrible. But I figured, what better time to do some stuff? What better time to do some stuff than right now when you're trapped? You're trapped in the fucking basement. I'm not trapped. I can go upstairs if I want. But I had this crazy idea. I was talking with the boys in the band, with the She Boys, and I said, you know what? We should take this time and knock some stuff out that's been on our backlog for a while. So here we are. Take 3. Maybe. We'll see if we leave the other takes in. We're under quarantine. We're losing our minds. We're stuck in the basement. We can't get out of here. We've lived down here for many moons. It's not true. That's a lie. But talking with the She Boys, talking with the band boys, and we said, you know what? Let's use this time, this opportunity to knock some things off of our backlog. Our log from the back. We took our logs to the back. And one of the things we talked about doing, we're working on a covers EP, but we also wanted to kind of pull a bunch of stuff out of the vault, pull a bunch of equipment out, and kind of show off some of the bullshit that we got. We got a bunch of pedals that we've picked up over the years, and you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna show some pedals off. So that's what we're trying to do today. We're gonna plug in a pedal and talk about it and play it, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it and it won't sound like total shit. It's gonna sound a little bit like shit. We're gonna run it through the butcher back there. If that'll work. It's been giving me some trouble today. So if it doesn't work, then I'll make note of it. We'll switch to the 6505 rather. So hopefully the butcher, everything at noon. EQ wise and presence wise, but the pre and post gain will be at about 3 number, and then we'll do the same with the 6505 if the butcher doesn't work, but we'll make a note whenever we're in there. First one I wanted to do had some issues. I tried doing this a minute ago and it wasn't working, so we're gonna pivot. We're gonna check out this Frost Giant Electronics the Halloween edition Soma. So this is a fuzz pedal, handmade in Texas. These are rad pedals. I've got another one of his Halloween edition pedals already. The Mountain, I'll bring that one out maybe here in another edition. But we're gonna run through this guy. It sounds great. I'm a big fan of it. Currently Jace is using this on his side of the stage. I might steal that from him though, because this thing sounds pretty darn good. But yeah, let's dive into it. Let's see what we can do with our low budget equipment and very little experience and 0 talent. Transition. Cool. So there's the pedal. We plugged it in. The butcher is working. We've got the EQ all set at noon. The system presence is at 3 because if you don't put it down a little bit, it's a little bit too bright for my liking. It's already pretty bright. And then I've got the pre and post gain both at 3. I'm playing through an Epiphone Les Paul standard, straight into the pedal, and then straight into the high gain input on the amp. The guitar sounds like this. Cool. So pretty spanky as it is. Let's turn on the pedal. Everything at noon, as we can see. All right. So it killed everything. But that's because of this knob right there, which says bias. So if I recall, the Soma normally doesn't have that knob, but they do on this Halloween edition, and it rules. So now the pedal sounds like this.
So if that's what you want that Velcro sound, that's cool. But this bias knob basically starves the power supply, is my understanding. So if you crank that boy up a little bit more, then you get, which is cool. The thing I like to do is I put it just shy of 3 o'clock to where it kind of gates off, but it's still generally that full force tone once it's hit. So that's usually what I've got it going on. But so controls on this guy: volume, tone, body, fuzz. I'm covering the things. Volume, tone, body, fuzz. I generally put the fuzz at about 2-ish. I usually push the volume a little bit, and the tone and the body are a little weird. I usually cut the tone back, and the body, I don't know if it does anything. I'm sure it does, but to my ear, it just doesn't really change a whole lot. Would love to know more about it from the guy that built it down in Texas, Old Fuzz Worship. So let's. As I mess with this body knob, not really seeing any difference in the sound there, but I usually just put it a little bit back anyway. And again, I put the tone more on the bass side. If you push it, it gets pretty fizzy. Which I don't really like. We're playing Swampy Doom, so we're gonna cut a little bit. And then I usually push the volume too into the amp. Again, I keep that bias just shy to where the gate is affecting, but like if you wanted to get real gnarly, you just turn that guy all the way up. So, but yeah, let's cut that back slightly to about here. Because then you get a nice just enough gate on there. So like normally I would maybe put like a noise gate after this and keep the bias cranked. But if you're playing with a high gain amp, sometimes that can be feeding back if you're playing stage volume and such. So. But yeah, again, you could push that tone to make it pretty bright. I don't know how it's gonna sound coming through the cab that's mic'd up. It's low budget, just a SM58 on a PV Windsor cab, so it might sound better with it pushed. But for live purposes, I always find that cutting that tone back a little bit more suits my needs better. That's the Halloween Soma. What do you think? Is this something you'd be interested in? I believe he may have some more of these left, if not the regular Soma. And I believe there's a special Shade Beast edition that's out right now that you should check out. But that's all I got. So if you liked what you saw, let us know. If you thought it was stupid, please let us know as well, and we will not do this ever again. Thanks.